Y'all know I love old cookbooks, and I love little old church lady cookbooks because they have the best recipes in them. Well, Randy and I were out messing around, and we stopped at a couple of thrift stores on the way home, and I found this one. And this one is from New Jersey, not local. This one is from New Jersey, and it has, each part of the country has their own style of cooking, and they use different ingredients than us. And the very first page was wonderful barley soup. Well, here in the South, we're not real big on barley. I don't know anybody that, other than a beef and barley stew every once in a blue moon, we really don't use or cook with barley. So today, we're going to try some wonderful barley soup. It sounds good, has minimal ingredient, and doesn't cost a whole lot. So that's what we're going to do. And with that, we're going to have some old-fashioned Hush Puppies. All right, when I said minimal ingredients, that's what I meant. You need some salt, 1 small little bay leaf, some barley, some tomatoes. Now, y'all know if you watched my video last week, I just made this stewed tomatoes. So, Randy can leave that up there in La La Land somewhere, or you can just use 1 can of tomatoes. Couple of cups of ham. 2, I gotta use celery, and a small to medium onion. Okay, and it says just to put everything together. So what I have here is 6 cups of water, just plain water. And we're gonna get that started. Probably about a medium-high heat to start. In my Dutch oven. And then we need the 1 bay leaf, and it said 1 small bay leaf, so. And we're gonna need 1.5 teaspoons of salt. The salt's a preference, so I may add more later or not. Gonna go ahead and drop that ham. Half a cup of barley. I mean, this thing ain't gonna cost anything hardly to make. And my can of tomatoes, don't they look good? Oh, I'm so proud of them. There we go. Get that a little stir, and then we're going to cut our veggies up and get those dropped in there. Now I'm going to use this sad celery. And I'm going to get about 1/2 cup, and I'm going to dice it pretty small. And then the rest of it, the top up there, I'm just going to throw in my freezer bag to make veggie broth with later, because it won't hurt it for that either. But we absolutely couldn't use these for peanut butter or anything, because they are just limp. All right, I'm going to get that in the pot. Drop that right in there. We're going to get them all. Wasn't very much. There we go. All right, and now we're going to cut an onion. And if y'all watch me very much, y'all know I use an onion in everything. So y'all probably got my onion cutting down to a science. But the same thing goes with this onion. It goes with that. It goes in a bag in the freezer. and then you make your own free homemade veggie sauce or veggie broth, not sauce. But it's wonderful, and it's stuff that you were going to throw away. And I'm just going to go for a regular dice cut. Because, like I said, I haven't had this soup before, so I'm not sure. Next time I make it, I might do it chunky. Or I might, when I get ready to taste it for you guys, and I think it needs something, I will add it then. We're going to get this all cut. And we're going to drop it in the pot. In goes the onion. Right, like I said, I am going to follow the recipe exactly like it reads. And then I'll doctor it or play with it later. Normally, when I make soups and stews and stuff, I always saute the veggies first before I drop them in. But I am following to the letter. And she says combine all ingredients and then let it simmer for 2 hours. You're going to need some self-rising flour, some self-rising cornmeal, some buttermilk, some onions, and an egg. All right, I know you saw in the ingredients that I have this cup, and I didn't point at it. What that is these are dehydrated onions, and I just hydrated them in some water. Now my water tastes oniony, and my onions are soft. Win, win, win. Now we can move that out of the way, because we don't need that now. All right, we're going to need this half a cup of self-rising flour. We're just going to kind of go like that. And I need a half a cup of self-rising cornmeal, which is probably going to fall out everywhere. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. We're going to need 1 egg. See how easy this is? Takes a minute. Half a cup buttermilk. A fork. And we're just going to mix that together. And you don't have to mix it to death. It can still have lumps in it. That's fine. Alright, you know we like lots of onions. But I'm just going to dip those onions out of that water. I don't need the water. I can save it, use it for something else. And we're going to mix those onions up in our batter. In my batter, I put too much buttermilk. So we're going to add just a tad more flour because you need it to be able, you don't want it thick, 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 but it does have to be able to fall off the spoon in your oil. So we're going to put just a little more flour in there. All right, now we're going to just let that sit, probably about 5 minutes or so while our grease gets hot. Now, y'all know, if you've watched any of my other videos, I use lard, and I make my own lard. And Randy can link a lard video up there in La La Land somewhere if you want to go see how I do that. But, all right, we want a good high flame, because we want that grease to get hot. It needs to be around 350 degrees. Okay, my lard's good and hot now, and my batter consistency is pretty runny. And you want that because you want them to puff and fluff. Right, here we go. We're just going to drop that just like that. These aren't the prettiest Hush Puppies, but they are the best tasting. Yeah, my grease was a little too hot, but they are browning so nice. When that one side gets done, they should flip over nice and easy. See how that batter kind of plops out the side? That means they're going to be so fluffy. Randy wanted me to try to make them a little bigger, so I did. These are bigger, and they did work out okay. Look at that. Hush Puppies. Perfect. Watch this. All right, y'all, watch that. Look how soft. They are so soft. Look at the inside. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if I need the soup I made for dinner or not. I'll just sit and eat Hush Puppies. These are good. All right, my soup has been slowly simmering for 2 hours. And y'all, look at that. Isn't that a beautiful soup? If this tastes as good as it looks, this is going to hit the new one of our favorites. There you go.
But first thing I'm going to do, because I already know it needs it, is I'm going to add a little bit more, not more pepper. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper, ground pepper. Yeah, because I don't need to add any salt.
Yep, we didn't need
And I
salt.
love salt. And these Hush Puppies, we've been steadily robbing that bowl the whole time.
The whole time.
Really good. Real soft, tender, easy on your teeth. You know, don't be afraid to use them onions. But no, Tammy, they're very good. Very good. Awesome deal.
We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
All right.